Well, again, everyone, welcome to the Options Mentor. And once again, the SPX has provided us a very exciting week. And now the week ahead, there's so much news going around, and we also have a lot of Fed speakers this week. And then this coming Friday, we'll have the monthly non-farm payrolls that will come out about an hour before the market opens. So lots going on this week. You need a trade that has a lot of room, and we're going to talk about one of those today. And also, I have now got my new butterfly combo course finished. It's up on the website for you to purchase. I'm going to talk more about that course later. But first, let's get into the business of this week and talk about a trade for this week. So let me start by sharing my screen, and we'll look at the SPX chart. Look at this total craziness here at the end of the day. Most of the day we've been languishing down here about, and then right at the end of the day we shoot up into the close. However, I've been reading that at the close, a whole lot of sale orders came in. People were taking that ran up and then they took profits. So a lot of profit taking at the end of the day on Friday. So I don't know that we'll continue up or what we'll do tomorrow. We'll have to see. Of course, this is Sunday, so I'm not sure what will happen tomorrow, which is Monday. But we'll find out, and we'll have a trade on that I think works in this environment. So the SPX ended the day. Let's go back over here and look at my analyze page. It ended the day at 59.54, and the VIX ended at 19.63. So we still have relatively high volatility. If we go over here and go to charts again, we'll just do that one more time and look at the VIX chart. We can see volatility did climb back up here towards the end. Of course, it's been a lot higher. Tried to go down, but now it's still pretty firm. And if you look, let's change this to a daily. If we change this to a daily chart, you can still see we're in the upper end of most ranges, right? Sure, we've been higher, but you can see if you draw a line across here, this is where we peak out many times in the VIX. So we want something that can handle high volatility and by implication, of course, a lot of movement. So what can we do? Well, to me, one of the best trades lately has been the butterfly combo trade, where you combine a butterfly with either another butterfly or maybe a calendar or maybe even a diagonal. I've talked to you guys about those. I've shown you guys those. I'll talk to you about my course about it here soon. But I do think that it makes sense this at this time in the market, because whatever we do, we want it to have a lot of room. Now, with these many times, I like to go out, usually 3 weeks or more. So that would be, let's see, the 28th. I like to be on a Friday. So the 28th of March, we'll go out to that and we'll set up a butterfly combo. Now, how do I do this? Well, I look at where we're trading and usually go up around 60 points from there. So maybe go up to 60.10. We're just using Friday's close as our number. Now, this will be the center of our call butterfly, which will be the top of our trade. So we're going to put a butterfly on top, and then we will go ahead and put a diagonal on the bottom. Now, you could do two butterflies. I've talked to you guys about those before, but you could also do a diagonal down here. Why would you do a diagonal? Where a diagonal would be good if we do go down. It'll give you a little more downside room. Now, it will a little bit affect your upper break even. You can see now without anything else on, we're actually up about $8 at the upper break even of this butterfly, which of course is well above the market with the center. So what if we go to that same expiration, the 28th, and we'll put on, for instance, maybe a 59.10. We'll buy the 59.10 put diagonal. Now, what we want to do is we want to have the short in the same expiration as the fly. So we're going to make the short 5,900. We'll buy the 59.10 from for March 31st. first. 59.10, 5,900. Your long, of course, will be in the money before you're short. That's what I like about these. And with diagonals, you can often just do one contract. You could do two, but let's see what happens. If I do one contract, remember I told you it's going to take away a little bit from the top. So if you look here, we're down about $100. That's really not a big deal. We can fix this trade if we need to. And then we have all kinds. Look at this room to the bottom. It goes on all the way down to around close to 5,800. Now you could do two diagonals and you'd be even better to the bottom, but you'd be worse at the top. So I would do two if I was really, really concerned about going down. If I just didn't know what was going to happen, I would do it this way. So with this trade, you're going to have to put it on as a butterfly and a diagonal separately, at least with most brokerages, including mine. You can't put on a five-legged trade or take off a five-legged trade all at once. You can do four at the most. So this would be the butterfly, then the diagonal. And I like to put them on just boom, butterfly on, boom, diagonal on. I don't play games. I don't wait during the day for it to move this way and think I'm going to game the system. Hey, it's going down. Let me put on the fly, and then later I'll add the diagonal. You'll very often get yourself in trouble with that because it'll keep continuing the way it goes. So I don't play games like that. And I also don't play games with pricing. I go in at the midpoint. They don't want to fill me. I immediately go up a nickel. They don't want to fill me. I'll go up a nickel probably within a minute or two. They don't want to fill me. I'll go up another nickel and even 20 cents above the mid to get in this trade. When somebody, often how people tell me I couldn't get in the trade all day. Well, you know what? I've been trading this style for it'll be 20 years this year, and I've never had that happen in the SPX. Never. I've never had a trade I couldn't get into all day. I mean, if you want to get in it, you get in it. You may have to pay a little more, but you'll get in it. That doesn't mean that it's bad. So just keep that in mind. Messing around, and you're already trying to get in at the mid. And of course, that's the negotiated price. They only have to fill you at the bid or the ask. So if you get in at the mid, you've done very well. If you get in at just over the mid, you've done very well. So if you mess around and play games like I can't get in, trying to better deal everything, you're just going to miss a lot of trades, a lot of trades. So I would really encourage you not to nickel and dime trying to get into a trade. If you ever want to nickel and dime, it'd be getting out of a trade at a profit. Don't give up too much of that to get a fill. I understand being patient, but getting in, you want to get in, you get in. So this is my idea for this week. I'd like to get 8 or 10% of the cost of the trade. Well, what's the cost of the trade? Well, the cost of this trade is the $570 I paid for the diagonal, or whatever you paid for when if you put this on, and the $12.40 for the fly. So this is a little over a $1,700 trade. Actually, it's about an $1,800 trade. So I try to get like $180 P&L. When I see that, when I see I'm up $180, maybe a little more, I'm just going to put it in order at the mid for both the fly and the counter and work my way out. That's how you do this. There's no way to do stop losses or anything like that. Remember, in option trading, it's real simple. This is one of the things that makes this the easiest to remember in option trading because it never changes, ever. There's many things that we do 99% of the time, but there's one thing we do 100% of the time, and that's limit orders only in option spread trading. No stop limit, none of that. There is no mechanical way to get out of this trade when you're not looking at it at a certain loss point. If you try to do that, you can play different games like, I'll put the order in to get out the mark. You probably won't get filled. You need to be looking at your trade whenever you need to get out of it at a loss. You need to be watching it and actively get out. What I would suggest you do, since there is no effective way to put in, hey, if I ever get down 15%, I'm out. You can't do it. You're not going to be able to put in an order that's going to work effectively like that. So what you're going to have to do in any trade, not just this trade, but even flies, calendars, diagonals, whatever, you cannot do that with getting out at a loss. You will have to set alerts. Let's say you knew, hey, at 58.50, maybe I need to make an adjustment. Maybe I need to get out. That's going to be getting nasty. Then put in a an alert that alerts you, sends you a text or whatever source you use if we get to 58.50 or below. Or if you're on the upside, maybe whatever that point is for you, 60.50 or above. Just set an alert for yourself, go to your screen and work your way out. Because like I said, you can't do any other order but limit. Limit it. Certainly no market. That's some of the worst. And that's the problem. A market order, you'll get the worst fill you've ever seen. For one, you're going to get at best the bidder the ask. It may even be worse than that. And if you do things like stop orders, when you hit your stop, let's say I had a stop to get out of this at 60.50 or above, when it hits it now a market order, you're going to get hammered so bad, it's not even going to be funny. What you want to do is get out with limit orders, get in with limit orders. Like I said, 100%. You never have to remember anything else. That's all the time. Only limit orders and option spread trading. All right, so that's my trade idea for this week. I do want to touch base here pretty quickly with my new course and talk to you guys about that, which is about this type of trade, this butterfly combo idea. So I have this new course, and what it's going to do, like all my courses, it will start out with the presentation portion, and where I'll go over the basics of it, the rules, how to adjust it with screenshots and everything else. And when you'd use it, volatility concerns, other concerns about what you might want to do with pricing and strike placement, it's all in there. In this course, you'll find it pretty exhaustive on combo trades in general. And the reason these are so important now is because single butterflies, which I used to love to do, you really can't do them without putting them on so wide. It gets very, very, very expensive. So the best way to get some width in a trade, because remember, in this theta positive income style trading that I do, you want the market, you want to allow the market to move around and let time pass and theta and or vega work in your favor, and you get your profit and you get out. So you need a lot of room, because this market can go 100 points on a dime, because we've gone up so far. Now we're up here around the 6,000 level, 1%, 60 points. So because it's so big now, the SPX, what you want to do is have a wide complex spread. You don't want to just do a fly. And that's particularly true in really high volatility. You have to do at least two flies together to give you that more width, or maybe a fly diagonal like I just showed you. Well, that's all in this course. It's available for now over at arimer.com, where you can join me every day. All the information to join me every day, all the information on that course is in the description for this video. So it's all there for you. You can get the course. You can join me every day. You can join my trade alert service, which is growing very well. More people coming into it all the time. It has a terrific record. You can check all that out over there. And I hope you'll consider looking at it. I do have a little intro video about it over there also. But I will be back here next week with you. We'll see what the market has done. I'm sure it'll be something exciting and maybe unexpected again. But I will talk with you guys then. I want you all to have a great trading week. Please check out my course, my trade alert service, all that in the description. Hey, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button here on YouTube. I appreciate you being here also. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.